Alright, well, greetings from Pennsylvania once again. It is a chilly April 3rd, Saturday. Getting close to noon. But I'm back in French Creek State Park here in Berks County. I haven't been here for a couple years. I have filmed here several times in the past, but I didn't really have a plan for today so much. Last night I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and I decided, you know what? I haven't been here in a while, so let's go check it out again. I'm gonna hike a different trail day than what I've hiked in the past. Let me show you the map. Give you an idea of what I'm going to do today. I'm going to hike the Boone Trail, the Blue Blaze Trail, about 6 miles. Alright, so here is the map. It's not wanting to cooperate too well. It's a bit windy today. But in the past, like here's a section I've hiked in the past. Got it highlighted. The Turtle Trail. In the past I hiked all the way over here, the Mill Creek Trail. That was a nice section to hike. Kind of a more remote section of the park. But I'm currently parked right next to the lake, and we're going to hike what's called the Boone Trail. Kind of goes around the whole area here in the middle. That's the plan, at least. And it is the Boone Trail, 6 mile trail, Blue Blaze Trail. Yeah, so there's a ton of people here today. I mean, it's a nice spring day. It's to be expected. I think it's the first day of trout season too. But over there's Lake Hopewell. Right there's Naomi, and the Boone Trail does start right here. There's the first blue blaze on that post. Alright, so let's get going. Let's get warmed up a little bit here. Enjoy a nice 6 mile hike. Maybe we'll see some wildlife, some wildflowers, we'll see. Alright, you got a short little road walk at the beginning. And it's off into the woods. The Boone Trail. Most likely named after Daniel Boone. The name should sound familiar. His birthplace is not too far from here. Here in Berks County, Pennsylvania. The Daniel Boone homestead. Look, you can see already some new greenery in the woods here. Everything's starting to wake up. So I am hoping to see some new wildflowers. It's a bit chilly, so I'm not sure if we'll see, like snakes and things like that waking up. But we'll keep our eyes open. Yeah, just started hiking. Already ran into some people that recognize me. That happens more often when I'm hiking on Saturdays than on the weekdays. It's always fun to run into people that recognize you, though. Most people are pretty cool. Every now and then you run into someone that's a bit different, shall we say. Alright. Yeah, definitely a lot of new green popping up. I'm pretty sure this is garlic mustard. It'll get a lot taller than this. But if you pinch leaves off and smell a bit, you'll know why it's called garlic mustard. Unfortunately, it is an invasive plant, not native to Pennsylvania. It grows pretty tall, has white flowers. But up here are some violets. They're not blooming yet, but a little bit later this spring. These might be a lot of times like purple and bluish colors, white and yellow, all different kinds, but just a little bit too early to see any blooms for them yet. Yeah, this is what I miss about those winter months, is being able to stop and show you different plants and wildflowers and things like that. During the winter months, but now the spring's here, everything's coming out. And then one flower I'm looking for in particular is the hepatica, the round-lobed hepatica. Several years ago when I was here in early spring, I found some. They bloom often even in March. And we might even find some bloodroot there, one of the earlier wildflowers too. So we'll keep our eyes open for those. Whoops. And whatever. Yes, almost got ran over there. But hopefully we can find some of those today. We'll see. Alright. A little chilly, but still a beautiful day. Yeah, here we join up with the Horseshoe Trail, which goes that way. But we're going to stick with the Boone Trail, but it's also the Horseshoe Trail. Horseshoe Trail, it doesn't just go through French Creek State Park. It starts down a valley forge. Oh, I forget how long it is. 200 some miles? I could be wrong about that, but It goes all the way up into northern Lebanon County, up in Stony Valley. Gotta put that on my list of trails to hike. And it's always a yellow blaze trail. I've been on parts of it. And it looks like we're gonna say farewell to the Horseshoe Trail in a short amount of time. Yep, Horseshoe Trail continues on that way, but we're gonna stay on the Blue Blaze Trail, the Boone Trail. And this part of the trail has the look of like a really old road going up through here. Can't confirm that. We got a bunch of little cabins up here. I'm assuming they're for camping when that season opens. No wildflowers yet. No critters either besides the humankind. A couple of canines too. But there's a lot of people here, so we may not see too many of the wild kind of critters. That's the way it is. Well, the trail's been going steadily uphill for most of the time. But that's not terribly bad. It means eventually you gotta go back downhill. I'm gonna take a little break. Going uphill makes me hungry. And plus, it is 12:30, so it is technically lunchtime, but I'm not gonna actually eat my lunch here. I'll find another place to eat lunch. But I'm gonna try, these were sent to me recently, a nut butter bar. Looks like they're a type of a Cliff Bar. But I'm gonna try this for a little boost of energy. Yeah, here's what it looks like with the wrapper off. Not to be gross, but it does. It looks a little bit like something else. Just let that go, but I'm sure it tastes good. I'm gonna try it in a moment here. Let's break it open. So I can break it open with one hand. Dark chocolate and peanut butter. I love both of those, so I'm sure this will be really good. All right, let's try this puppy. Wow, it's actually really good. I mean, I was expecting them to be good, but yeah. I love dark chocolate, I love peanut butter. You put the two together. Alright. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this and then we'll keep on going. Alright, so there was our nice little mini lunch break spot right along the trail, but let's keep on going. Actually surprised, I mean, with how many cars were in the parking lot, there's not too many people on this trail. Well, I may have passed a number of them, but not as many as I thought I would, which is a plus. Oh, just like that, there is somebody. All right, we're coming up to a junction of different trails here. Looks like the Boone Trail continues that way. Up there is the Ridge Trail, and this way is the Turtle Trail. I guess you can see the sign there. Yeah, the first time I hiked here, I came up this way on the Turtle Trail. And I think I probably continued on. I'm not sure what I did actually. Anyway, I don't remember. Maybe I went this way. Alright, let's keep on going. And there's more people. So just back when I said I hadn't encountered too many people, they all start showing up. Because I jinxed myself a little bit there. That's okay. And our trail has leveled out too. Not going uphill anymore. Man, there's a lot of blowdowns up here. Looks like some recent ones they've cleared out. But they got the trails maintained. Still no wildflowers. Of course, now that we're up on top of the ridge, it's probably less likely. If there are any out here blooming today, they're going to be down in the little valleys. But maybe one will prove us wrong. Yeah, check out that dude. Got ourselves a big old fly there. Kind of warming himself in the sun there. We'll let him warm up. Kind of hard to see when you zoom out. He's down there. Alright, another big trail junction up here. Looks like we link up with the Horseshoe Trail again. If I remember looking at the map, the Horseshoe Trail does loop around quite a bit in the park here. Yeah, so the Horseshoe Trail, Turtle Trail, continues that way too. So what we were walking on was the Boone Trail and the Turtle Trail combined. But now they'll separate, and there's Scott's Run Lake, which I had been to before. Pretty cool lake. Sounds like a good place to eat lunch. Maybe there'll be some ducks or geese out there too. And then once again we'll leave the Horseshoe Trail. It's going to continue on straight. We're going to stay on the Boone Trail. Looks like the lake is, if we stay on the Horseshoe Trail we'll get to the lake. But well, my plan was to stay on the Boone Trail, so that's what we're going to do. This might take us to the lake anyway, we'll see. Alright, so just off trail here we have one of the biggest signs of spring. Well, there's many to me, but it's just, you look down there, there's all those green things coming up. That is skunk cabbage. Of course, many of you know, are familiar with skunk cabbage. It's called that for a reason. Oh wow. Yeah, look at them leafing out. And skunk cabbage, they do have flowers, but they're not the typical flowers that you're used to. Let me see if I can find them. I'll sink it here in the mud. Alright, but it is good to see big leafy plants. Of course, if you tear a leaf off a little bit and smell it, it'll smell skunky. Alright, let me see if I can find a flower or what's left of one. Alright, so thankfully we were able to find one. They are a bit past their prime. Kind of zoom in a little bit there for you. It's that purplish looking thing off to the side there, right next to the shoots. I'll try to get you a look on the inside here. That's just a covering for it. If you pull the covering away, you can see on the inside. Right there's where the flower was. It's like a cluster of flowers. Right, there's no more flowers on it anymore. But these are important, very important for bees in early spring. Skunk cabbage is one of the few plants that kind of creates its own heat, and it can be almost 20 degrees warmer inside this hooded area than the outside temperature. So if bees are out in early spring, when it's a little bit, when it's kind of warm during the day but cool at night, but if they spend the night inside here, they can survive the cold night. Kind of interesting little fact. Yeah, and often where there's skunk cabbage, they, like I said, they give off their heat, so they almost melt the ice around them in early spring. We've got the wind whispering through the pines. And here's another plant I look forward to in the spring. I call it wild garlic. A lot of people call it wild onions, but they do have actual little bulbs that are edible. But you pick a section off, it has that wonderful oniony smell. I mean, well, it's like spring oniony smell. All right, yep, smells good. All right, it is looking very springy. You can see the new spring green popping up all over the place. All right, let's keep going. Looks like we got a road up here. Yeah, you can just see all the green popping up. Probably in 2 more weeks, this trail will be, loaded with wildflowers on either side. Just a bit early. Of course, we did see, technically we saw some, the skunk cabbage flowers. They count. Not your typical wildflower maybe, but they count. Yeah, and unfortunately lunch down by Scott's Run Lake is not going to happen. Unless I drive down there later, but the Boone Trail does not take you by the lake. I have a map with me, I haven't looked at it recently, so there was a trail, a spur trail I could have taken to go down there, but like I said, I wanted to stay on the Boone Trail. But maybe, I don't know, we'll see if it winds around. It will take us back to what's called Hopewell Lake, so maybe we'll get a lunch by the lake anyway, a different lake. Sometimes I just enjoy not looking at a map and just kind of being surprised by where the trail takes you, instead of knowing exactly all the time where you're going to go. But sometimes that doesn't work out so well. Alright, let's quit yapping and keep on hiking. Got another road crossing. Of course, we're still on what's called the Scott's Run Lake loop there too, so there's definitely some camping over there. People got some tents set up. Alright, where does the trail go from here? Alright, so it does just dip down the other side of the road. So we've been following this dirt road for a while now through one of the camping areas. It was a little bit confusing at several occasions, but just keep your eye open for those blue blaze marks on the trees. There's one up here. Sometimes you have to look around a little bit for them, as one road veers off from another. Wasn't quite sure which one to take there. But there's the blue blaze. Got more camping sites down there. Alright. And we got a whole slew of trail junctions here. The Lenape Trail, Scott's Run Lake, 1 mile. So we are quite a bit of ways from the lake. And still in the Boone Trail, but it's also the Lenape Trail too. And I'm pretty sure I've been on this section. I think I'm pretty sure I hiked up from that way one time and went down this way. If I remember correctly, that was like 4 years ago, so who knows. Still need to eat lunch. And tomorrow is Easter, so happy Easter. Although by the time you see this video, Easter will be long gone. But I will be with my friend John and his sister's family. His sister's family, they pretty much adopted me. I spend most of my holidays at their place. So I'll be with his family for Easter tomorrow. His sister always cooks a nice meal. All the ham and all the good stuff. So that'll be a good time. So hope you all had a good Easter as well. All right, not too far from Hopewell Lake now, where I started, so I'll probably end up eating lunch down there. No other wildflowers. Like I said, I was looking for bloodroot and There's a car back there, and what was called hepatica. Haven't seen any of those yet. But we're not done yet. Although I'm getting hungry. It's probably well past 1 o'clock now, maybe 2 o'clock. Alright, so right there's the trail. I was just talking about earlier about finding some bloodroot. Up there's a patch, and right down here is a patch of bloodroot. See the white flowers. Let me position myself so my shadow isn't in the way. Right here they are. Splash of color. Bloodroot. Of course, right now it's just the flowers. The leaves are barely opening right down there. Alright, it's cool. Yeah, like I said, there's a bunch. There's more over there. I think there's more. I see more along the trail up here, so cool. Bloodroot. No hepatica yet. Yeah, I think there's a bunch more up here along the trail. Some down there. Yeah, look, all of them over here in the woods here. Beautiful. Here's a big one. Beautiful. White petals with the yellow anthers. Alright, so we found the bloodroot. One of the flowers I was hoping to find today. Still looking for the hepatica, but we're running out of time. I do see the lake down there. And I'm hungry. It is 2:30, so I need to eat. But yeah, still got some time to find the hepatica. Yeah, so you can see the lake down there through the trees. That is Hopewell Lake. The other lake I was talking about is Scott's Run Lake. So yeah, bloodroot can be fairly common in some locations, but hepatica is a more rarer flower, I should say. I don't always find it every year. I did find it last year. I forget, a nature preserve in Lancaster County. I'll get some mud. But you know, that makes it a little more special when you do find it. Alright, time to keep our eyes open for a lunch location by the lake. And finally found a spot. Because I've been here for a little bit, just devouring some lunch. It's a beautiful little spot. A little noisy at times. Some people are loud hikers. But it's a beautiful spot to sit, have some lunch. Okay, an osprey just landed in a tree above me. Because I got scared away now. Awesome.
Men are here to work. They go home to their families, that's it.
So that osprey was pretty awesome. I was just sitting here eating. My mouth was full of granola bar, and I heard they make a distinctive noise. So it flew across the lake, and I saw it come and land right in the tree above me there. And I just like quick grabbed my camera, you know. But of course, it got scared away right away, and you heard some of the people walking by. I don't think those people even saw it fly off. You know, they were so absorbed into, I don't know what they were doing. But kind of a shame. But that was cool. If those people hadn't walked by, it would have stayed up there a little bit longer. It looked like it had something in its talons. So maybe we've got to see it eat something, but yeah, it's fun to see them. They're similar to bald eagles in the sense that you used to not be able to see a whole lot of them around. They used to be an endangered species, but now they're more common, so it's always cool to see one. Even just for a little bit. So, alright, it is about 3 o'clock. I've been sitting here for a while, just relaxing and shoving my mouth full of food. I was pretty hungry. Alright, we'll get going in a bit. There's not too much left. I forget exactly where I parked, over on the other side of the lake somewhere, so. Alright, I'll enjoy my spot just a little bit longer and then we'll get going. And just another view of the lake. We were sitting over there somewhere for lunch. Right up here's the dam. That's a nice shot. nice little hike on this side of the lake. I think there is a trail that goes all the way around the whole lake. Just talk with some other people too that recognize me, so I guess that's what happens if I come out here on Saturdays. They were nice too. Alright, nearing the end. I think we're parked up that way, kind of at the end of the lake. No hepatica yet, but hey, that osprey is a nice substitute. Wasn't expecting to see that. I don't know if you can hear that noise. There's people talking out there, but there it is. There's a good one. There were just some turtles out there logged, but I scared them away. But well, there's one out there. I see it. I'll try to zoom in on them in a moment. But that noise you're hearing is some type of frog or toad. And I don't recognize it offhand, so I'm gonna hang out here a little bit, see if I can identify it. But I'll try to zoom in on those turtles. They're kind of up in there. Yeah, there are the turtles. There's more. One right there at least. There's some more over. There they are. Yeah, and I can really hear those frogs. Alright, well, I'm gonna hang out here a little bit, see if I can spot one. Alright, well, I'm going to give up on identifying them. They're playing hide and seek. There's too many people walking around. Every time some people come here, they kind of stop, kind of hide. But I've never heard it in person, but I have a CD with frog and toad sounds at home. And it sounds familiar. I feel like it's either, I want to say a Fowler's toad. We have two different types of toads here in PA, the American toad and what's called the Fowler's toad. I know what the American toad sounds like. It's one of my favorite sounds, spring sounds. It doesn't really even sound like a toad, but that might be the Fowler's toad. Or, pardon me saying the eastern spadefoot frog, but I don't know, they're pretty rare in PA, but I remember hearing it on that CD that I have. But anyway, you might not care about frog sounds, or toad sounds, but I'll figure it out at home and I'll put what it is down here. But anyway, I'm gonna end this video here. I had already made an outro, but then I heard the frogs and stuff, so. But I am right by the parking area, so. French Creek State Park, cool place, so. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you around again. Thanks.